Today is Levi's first birthday setup. We've been at this since midnight last night, going on 12 hours. So we're just making dreams come true.
A couple of years ago, Eddie finally told me, hey, you know, I'm ready, let's have a kid. And what Eddie didn't know is that all the paperwork was ready. I just needed him to say yes and sign on the dotted line, brother. And the minute he gave me that card that said, hey, I'm ready, let's be dads, I was like, sucker, you have no idea what's coming your way. And the very next day I was like, here you go, sign right here. And he's like, what am I signing? I'm like, the adoption papers. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you said you were ready. I've been ready for 10 years, buddy. So sign on the dotted line, we're getting a kid. And sure enough, he looked at me, we laughed about it, he signed, I sent him the paperwork, and then it's a wait, and you just wait and wait and wait and wait. And about short to 2 years, they gave us a call that the mom was ready. And 2 weeks later, we had Levi, and it was crazy. It just went from not being responsible for anything but our dogs to all of a sudden like 24/7, this human is your responsibility. And it was one of the scariest things in our lives, yet so rewarding at the same time. So when Eddie and I decided to throw this birthday party, he decided he wanted a big party and I wanted a small party. He won.
He only gets one, so we gotta make sure it is super special and it's big. And it's probably gonna be his biggest birthday in his whole lifetime. No, I'm kidding.
I said, hey, listen, if you're gonna let the animal out of his cage, then you gotta be ready for it. And the very next day, I was already buying all the candy for the candy bar, which was close to $1,000 just in candy. Eddie about chopped my head off. He could not believe how much money I had spent. I told him, psh, you got no room to talk. You told me it was a big party, and a big party it is. I'm trying to make a Mickey balloon, like an actual Mickey, but he looks a little drunk right now. So I gotta figure my life out. I did 3 and then 3 and then 3.
White, it's fine.
You sure?
Yep.
Well, now I know why it didn't work, because you need 4, not 3. That's why I married him.
I'm helping prep for Levi's first birthday party. A lot of work.
I finally figured my life out, because I have a real smart husband. I normally mess everything up when it comes to stuff like this. And I did the whole thing, and I only put 3 balloons on each, and you need 4 in order for it to sit pretty like that. And so now I catch myself having to undo the whole entire thing, so then I can put it right back together again. Anything that can go wrong is going wrong. You catch our curtain over there? It fell apart. It's wonderful.
What do you think?
Vanessa, are you okay?
Your backdrop is fine. Millie, you're supposed to be watching the baby.
Well, Levi's birthday started off as a group of us just cutting a cake at home in our kitchen, and it was gonna be so small. And then it became, okay, well, if we're gonna invite those people, we have to invite a couple more people. So then we were like at 20 people, and we're like, okay, it's gonna happen in our backyard. And then, of course, whenever Orby has an idea, he just runs with it. And then 250 people later, we had to have it here at the gym.
Hi, I'm Selena. So we're just helping out as much as we can. And I'm here making balloons and struggling at it. Not the best.
Very much so. Here. Mira.
I'm a junior in high school, if anybody cares. And I'm also single, not that cute, but I mean, I'm really loyal.
I'm really not sure what we're doing. We're gonna test this out and see if it works, but we need Millie, grab one more person.
Millie, try to jump on in the middle of it.
I've just been shopping and getting everything you can imagine for this party. We've already rented horses, we've rented fair rides, we've rented carnival games. You name it, we already have it.
This is so, I'm dizzy.
Sorry, Amanda.
Hello. Oh my God, Is he laughing?
Levi. He He's like the cutest, happiest baby, probably one of the happiest babies I've ever met. He is like, every time you see him, he just lights up the room. Like Eddie and Orby, they obviously like they went through so much to get him, and just like seeing them be dads in a different way, because like they're dads to me, but like seeing them with like a little baby, it's really cool.
His first birthday is a big deal. We waited so long to be able to do this, and we waited so long to have a kid, and I can't believe we're in it a year later, so this is awesome. I can't believe we're on this side. I do feel like you'll appreciate this 10 years from now. I just want him to really see how much, he really means to us. He's our little man and we'll do anything for him, so hopefully he can look back and see, like, wow, they did it big for me. They love me that much. So, yeah, we're excited. We'll see.
Hey, what's a pony?
You want the pony?
One job.
Well, it's been about 3 months of just planning the party, and then the last 3 days have been the real hectic ones. We've been up probably since, I'd say we got here at 7 in the morning, and we were done by 3 in the morning the next day, and then back at it again by 8 or 9. So we've been 3 days of like maybe 5 or 6 hours of sleep. But again, it's totally worth it. It's his first one, and we just want to make it as magical as possible for him.
So, did you know the baby one? No. Right now we're at Levi's first birthday party, and we're back at the gym and just seeing everybody and celebrating Levi's first birthday.
I haven't been back to the gym in a long time.
Yeah, it's fun to be back with everybody and to see everybody's faces. I can't decide if it's like, oh, like I missed it so much, or it's like, oh my god, this is where I die every
I definitely
other
have
day.
time for like cry at home.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I go on it.
No, you'll be fine. Yeah.
So I just finished riding the horse, and I was the first one to go on it, and it was super fun. I had a great time. Oh no!
Alright, you've only been out of the season for like a month and a half.
As a kid, I didn't have a lot of fun. I wasn't invited to a lot of different places for different circumstances, and I suffered a lot. And so one of my biggest things is just seeing kids have fun, and which is the reason why we made this into a carnival-themed birthday party. And it just fills my heart with joy when I see kids having a good time.
I was like, is there even more seatbelt?
We're about to go on a ride. I hope I don't sit sick. I'm scared.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Is it kids right? Go faster!
Hey, Orby, remember when we made the cat throw up? Oh! That was intense, yo.
Oh my god, that was like really painful.
My arms were like jello.
I was like not expecting.
That was honestly worse than a small workout.
So great to see all our old kids come back. We invited the whole entire gym, and then we basically went right down our phone list, and anybody that we had a phone for that we felt that has been part of Levi's life in one way or another, or that we wanted just to celebrate with them. We invited every single one. So now we see all our old kids walking in, kids that I even have a kid here who I coached about 7 years ago with a kid herself. So it's so weird to see our own kids having kids.
We're not even cheering yet, and Eddie and Orby have made sure to reach out to us and say, hey, like Levi's birthday, and it's just nice to know that you always have family here no matter what. And seeing Levi grow up, it's been really cute and fun.
It's exciting to see them here and let them be part of our kid growing up. Just celebrating him, and just so we can get this all on film so he knows how much he's loved and that he remembers it.
Really quick, just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out today. We really appreciate you guys taking the time to celebrate his first birthday with us.
about 240 people strong right now, and it's turned into an event instead of a birthday party. But it is his first birthday, and it's never gonna happen again, and we waited for him for a very long time. You know, we've waited not necessarily for this day for a very long time, but we waited for him for a very long time. So no, we never thought we would see this day because we were still waiting on the day that we would receive him. And so when we did, obviously that was a blessing, and now here we are a year later. It's crazy.
I remember starting this process and thinking that that day would never come, and then it just happened so fast. Within a couple of weeks, we found out we were having Levi. A couple of weeks later, he's in our arms. A year later, I can't believe we're in this position. It's just, you know, he is grown up so fast. I felt like the first 6 months were never gonna end and we were never gonna sleep. And it just it's been a blessing. It's been awesome to be able to see, you know, our little man be this cute little smiling potato looking thing to now a full-on little human starting to run around and walk, and it's been amazing. Levi he's awesome. He's an awesome kid.
And hurdler double tail back, 5 sets and 100 handstand shoulder taps, okay? That goes for everybody.
What's going on with the team?
Team, our revolving door of children. We've had kids locally from within the gym, from across the country, from everywhere, come and try these positions. Again, it's just, this mode is not easy. You know, it's glitz and glam and it's amazing what they see on a comp floor, but it is a lot of work.
3 and 5, 7, 8, uno, beautiful, good job. 1, 3, hit 4, 5 and 6. Toes, 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 okay?
Right after Cali Super Camp this year, we had a lot of changes to the team. You know, some people just weren't cut out for SMOED, and it happens every year. And block it. Blake had his pre-existing ankle injury since last year, and right after camp, he came up to me and said, you know, I've really been trying to push and I really wanted to finish off the season this season and come back stronger, but just, you know, my ankles just won't let up and I can't get the elite skills that you need me to get, and I can't work on those skills without it being painful, so I don't think, you know, it's gonna work out this season, and that's okay, you know. I try to keep him in the gym, I try to keep him on the team, but at the end of the day, you know, I can't cater to one athlete at the expense of everyone else, so it was just time to part our ways.
Stretch it out! Arms to ears! Adios míos, Mississippi! Arms to ears!
So Peyton Greggs, he was homesick, and it was about right after Cali Camp. We were close. We had this saying, me, Haley, and him had this saying that was from Cali Camp, and it's, you are enough, and that's like our favorite thing to say.
It was definitely weird coming to practice and not having him here, because he was an asset to the team, definitely. He was fun to be around.
Peyton, you know, he was here for the whole month of July, and, you know, it's a long ways from home, and again, he was so excited to be on the team. He was working extremely hard. And it's just, July is our month where everyone goes home and comes back in August, and he stayed, and I think it was a lot for him mentally.
Peyton always lit up a room. Like, Peyton was so good. Peyton was the best. Peyton was funny. Peyton was awesome. And now he's gone, so it's sad, but he's happy now.
Wait, can y'all get in? I trust you. Peyton Gregg.
Unfortunately at camp we had athletes, new and returning, that made poor decisions, and it really affected our roster. And you know, it is really important for us to show these kids that, you know, like, we are human, we all make mistakes, but sometimes your mistakes have repercussions, and, you know, affecting a roster, especially on a team at this magnitude that gets so much attention, that is highly looked at. And unfortunately some of these kids slipped, and it put us in a position where, you know, we had to lose some good people.
It was quite a lot of people. It's usually never this many. It's always just like 3 or like 2, even 1. It's always been like a month in between when someone would leave. And right away, people would like come back and say, hey, I'm sorry, like, we didn't mean to leave, or tell us why. But usually it's never like this.
Every time someone leaves, like, you first find out at the practice when they're not there, and everyone's like, oh, what happened to them? They like got kicked off, or they had to go back home. And like, After last year, I'm kind of like used to that because just like seeing people come and go. And it's sad seeing people having to leave.
I'm not sure if I'm still gonna be on the team or if there's going to be a team right now because so much is happening and having to go through this drama during this time, it's kind of hard to just focus, and it just feels like there's always something happening and it's like not ending, and just I can't wait for all of it to just be brushed aside and we can move on from it.
You know, I always tell the kids, like, Samoa's gonna be amazing with or without you. Hopefully with you, but without you, Samoa to Samoa. And that's kind of where we're at in the season. When they try it out, it's just, you know, Samoa, it sounds so great, and all they see is what happens on a competition floor. They don't understand everything that goes into it and how much work it actually takes to look like that. So it's not for everyone, and that's okay. And we've, you know, finished up the summer, and it's starting to wind into fall, and it's go time. We have to put a routine together. Stunt sections have to come together.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, go. Good job, Munch.
We're looking for a specific type of athlete. You know, we've tried, exhausted our resources here within the gym on our other teams, and you know, we have to put up those stunts and we have to have those 5 boys on the floor, and that's kind of where we're at with that.
Stick and squeeze, ladies. Come on, Cammie, you better set with one arm.
My name is Cammie Wilson, and I've been cheering now for 12 years. The decision of coming back or not coming back was really hard for me, just because I love this team with my whole entire heart.
It's just kind of crazy, like, just the second I stepped back in the gym since Worlds, like, we're back to assessments and evaluations.
1, 2, 1. Are you okay? What you do?
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Awesomeness TV. Catch you later.